Okay, here is the queen right here. Alright guys, first swarm of 2019. You can probably see the bees flying around in circles. Alright guys, first swarm of 2019. You guys know this box. We set these one morning. If you recall, I forgot my ladder, so I had to back the truck up to the tree. As you can tell, still in my scrubs, just got off work. It's a Sunday night, and I thought, you know what? My wife's Uncle Steve has done caught 2 swarms this weekend, and I was like, man, I have got to get over here and check these bees and these swarm traps. This place here it's about 30 minutes away from home, but it's kind of on my way home from work. It's about 10 minutes out of the way. So I thought, well, I'll just swing over here and check these out. So I got the other swarm box down there, kind of pecked on it, didn't hear anything, sounds hollow. Pecked on this one, had some bees come out, sounds really solid. Sounds like a pretty good swarm. Normally I would make you guys a video showing you how to take it out of the tree and all that, but I'm not going to exactly do that today. I really want to get these bees in my truck and get them home, because I don't want to have to drive 30 minutes down the road tomorrow. So what I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to take this swarm trap down, put it in my truck. I'm going to haul it home. I don't have a screen, I don't have any tape, I ain't got nothing. So I'm gonna try to take it down as easy as I can without really disturbing them too much. Put it in the back of my truck, and we're gonna hit the road. And then whenever I get home, I've thought about trying to find a tree to hang it up in, but I think what I'll do in this case is I'm going to just set it out in the bee yard somewhere, and then tomorrow we'll make a video transferring it into a hive so I can show you guys kind of how to do that. So let's get up here and take a look at this thing. Alright, now y'all know we can't just like put this box in here and haul them home without at least taking a peek. We gotta take a little bit of a peek. Box has got some weight to it. Let's take a little bit of a peek here and see what we got. Oh yeah, y'all can see that. Looks like there's 6 frames in there. Looks like the outside frames may not be really covered good. There's a good 4 frames in there. Alright, we'll close them back up, and we'll catch y'all tomorrow. Alright, so we caught our first swarm of 2019, and here it is. This is where I set it out after I brought it home. Now, a couple things as a general rule of thumb. I really like to normally wait until I see pollen going into the hive or the swarm trap before I take them down and bring them home. A couple things. That basically tells me that the bees are committed to the location, and that tells me that because the sign of pollen is basically the sign of a laying queen in the hive. You got a laying queen, they're probably going to stay. Now in this case, I did go ahead and bring them home last night. The location of this swarm trap was about 30 minutes away from home, but it was about 8 to 10 minutes out of the way on my way home from work. So instead of driving 30 minutes there today and taking them out of this swarm trap and putting them into a hive, and then driving 30 minutes back home and then going 30 minutes right back out there tonight and picking up that hive and hanging the swarm trap back up, and then 30 minutes home, basically 2 hours worth of driving, I just went ahead and brought this box home with me last night, set them out here, and I'm just going to transfer them out of this swarm box to their hive here at home, and we will take this swarm trap back to the barn. We'll go ahead and get it reloaded with frames, and I'll probably take it back up there probably tomorrow or Wednesday. This is Monday. Had a crazy day. I was going to do this morning, but this video you're watching on Tuesday. there will be a video that you watch on Thursday that I shot right before this one on raising queens. So we've had a busy day trying to go to awards day and lunch with kids, basically off and on all day. Ended up getting a nail in my tire in the process. I've been having to pump my tire up, so it's been a crazy day. But when we looked in this hive last night, there was about 4 frames of bees. And there was about 2 frames that didn't quite look like they had bees or like they were drawing comb. Not really sure, haven't been in it, and it was dark when I was looking in it. So I'm gonna get my stuff. I brought a bottom, I brought a hive body, I brought 4 frames of comb and a top and a center block to set them on. So let me grab my stuff and we'll get going. Alright, so the name of the game is to get the bees from this box to this box. So it really doesn't matter if I've got this box at home or if I've got it where I caught the swarm. That doesn't matter. You can pretend there's a tree behind me and I just set this box here on the ground and I'm going to transfer them. If the tree was behind me, I would set this box up at the base of the tree. There is some chaos when you first move the swarm because the bees are going to go back to the tree. The box isn't going to be there. They're going to start flying around. Eventually they will find the box at the base of the tree. By the end of the day, they're fine. They'll all go in the box. It won't be a problem. Just takes a couple hours. But here, we're just going to do it at home. Like I said, the process is the same. We're going to take the bees from here to here. We want to try to look and see if we've got some eggs and larvae. It's nice to see if we've got a queen to see what she looks like. And you know, as far as how you orient the frames, that's totally up to you. If they've got frames drawn out with eggs and larvae on them and they're pretty full, then I generally like to go ahead and checkerboard them because I want her to start laying in some of these frames. Some people, you know, may not want to do that because of the temperatures and afraid of chill brood and all that, but we're supposed to have highs in the 70s for the next week, lows in the 50s. I don't think that chill brood is going to be a problem. So I probably will checkerboard some. I may not checkerboard them all, but I'll probably drop in a couple of new comb frames in between their comb frames, you know, to try to get them to utilizing those frames and get this hive laying as much brood as possible. So let's open them up and see what we got. I don't see a queen on our feed sack inner cover. Just shake those bees off. And what do you know? I don't have a hive tool. All right, as always, I'm going to start from the outside. I like to start from the outside. I don't like to pull inside frames. Got a little piece of comb on that outside frame. I don't see any eggs in it. I'm just going to shake these bees off this frame into this hive body. Okay, next frame. They're making a little bit of a mess with their comb. Okay, here is the queen right here. She's right there. I don't know if I'll be able to zoom in on that for you and snake a snapshot, but I will try. Okay, we'll just set that frame right there in the middle. I'm going to drop a frame here. And I'm going to go ahead and put another frame on the other side, because they have messed that comb up a little bit. If you don't know this, you will now. These frames are designed with that ear on the side to space those frames out at the right width. So hopefully by doing that, by putting a frame on either side that's drawn out correctly and keeping them spaced correctly, they'll fix that comb for me. I just jostled that frame around. I want to find that queen if I can. She's right there. She's still good. Oh, here comes the rain. Another frame of comb. It's kind of messed up here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to break this piece off. We'll put that frame right here beside this other one. Here was our bait frame. It's got capped brood on it, so they've been in there for a little bit. The frame looks good, capped brood. Another good frame. There's 7 in there. We'll drop one more of these frames in here. And I just want to get my frame centered up. And that's it. So we'll get the top on this one. And we're going to get our camera out of the rain. Alright, so the rain has started to settle in. There is our swarm trap. That's the hive that we put them in. The only thing I did after I shut the camera off was I took the box. It had a bunch of bees on the walls, and I just took that box and I just flipped it upside down. I banged it on the ground. You can probably see the bees there on the ground crawling around. And then I don't know if I zoom out, you can probably see the bees flying around in circles trying to find out where in the world their hive went. It was just right over there to the right. Now it's over here, and they'll eventually find that and reorient. Like I said, that's basically what I do. The only thing that I would have done different, if I had been at the tree and I was going to put them in a hive at the base of the tree, I generally, since I rehang my swarm traps after I take the hive off, I flip my swarm trap on its side and I sit my beehive on top of the swarm trap, and I use the swarm trap as an actual stand. I leave the open end of the swarm trap kind of facing us right here, or facing the front of the hive, and then that way the bees that are inside the box of the swarm trap, they can just crawl right out of the swarm trap, and as soon as they fly or they crawl out, they're basically right there at the entrance to their new hive, which is right up above them. So that's the only thing that I do different if I was at a tree. In this case, I just set a center block down, and I had to stick a stick underneath the back of it to kind of get it to where the hive will lean forward. We got some bad storms coming, and I don't want my box filling up with water. So that's it. First swarm of 2019 looks to be a good one. They had out of those 6 frames, they had 5 of them pretty much full of comb and capped brood on probably like that on, I think about all 5 of those frames had capped brood, so they should do good. Let's go catch another one.